I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, man, we're back with another lesson. And as the elders and apostles would say, right, back to the basics, right, a perfect balance. So we're just gonna go back to the basics, man, a perfect balance, right? Because I was, dwelling in the spirit, thinking, right, meditating, and it's like, damn, how ignorant can you be, right, in life, to think that after everything you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans went through, that the Lord is just gonna leave it like that and not make it an even playing field. Like there's not gonna be no get back, there's not gonna be no, vengeance, which of course the Lord said, wait on me, right? To wait on him, because vengeance is his, all right? But there's physical enemies, man. The way they look at it is that Satan did this, right? Which he has a part in it, but his counterparts are responsible for it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Okay, but this is the perfect balance. This is the way that the movie played out. Okay, what a man does, right? What a man sows, he shall also reap. Okay, and in history, you look at all the wickedness that Esau has done, and all the wickedness he continues to do up to this day, right? And you still bending over backwards, inviting him into something that is not his, right? Into the kingdom, right? But no. He put us in slavery. We're still in slavery up to this day. And the Lord deals with a perfect balance. And we're going to prove that. Okay? It ain't going to be they do wickedness and then they also get, they get the best of both worlds. No. The Lord's going to deal with a perfect balance. And I'm going to get a few examples, right? In the scriptures showing you that the Lord is a perfect balance. When you contend against us over this truth, you're not contending against us. You're contending against the Bible, the truth, the words of the Lord. Okay? The way that he decided to be. It is his will. Right? So you're striving against the Lord, not against us. We're just trying to shed light on the situation. Whether you want to shut the light off and continue in your darkness, that's up to you. And not even up to you. That's up to the Lord. Because this is for the elect. Right? But back to the basics of perfect balance. And we're going to show you throughout the scriptures, the Lord displays a perfect balance, all right, whether you like it or not, okay? So we're going to start off, right, with the book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 1.
There's a book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, okay? Go ahead.
But a just weight is his delight.
But a just weight is his delight, okay? Now think about creation, all right? We got hot, we got cold, we got night, we got day, we got light, we got darkness, okay? Just those things alone shows you a perfect balance, right? All those things show you a perfect balance, man. We got on, off, okay? Negative, positive, right? Evil, good, everything. And who is the creator of all things? Is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, the one that you call God, right? But here it is. We're trying to tell you that Esau must pay for what he's done and go into chains, right? And you're, no. 2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Okay, so how do we make things right? Okay? When they are the border of wickedness, how do we make things right? All right? Showing you you don't have no understanding of who the Most High is, which is a perfect balance. Okay? All right? So let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, start at verse 1.
There's a book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
You see that? To every time there is a season. All right? Go ahead.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Perfect balance.
And a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Perfect balance.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
Say that again.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to kill and a time to heal. Okay? Go ahead.
A time to break down and a time to build up.
Right. Because without any of these things, the other one cannot exist. You see, you people are so stupid to think it's all love. Okay? So where do you get hate from? All right? They cannot exist without each other. Then you wouldn't know what the night is if there wasn't daytime. All right? You wouldn't know if it was cold if there wasn't any heat. You see? All right? Jump down to verse 8 real quick.
A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
You see that? A perfect balance. Okay? And these are the words of the Lord. Okay? This is the words of the Lord, which you people hate to hear. Which means you hate to hear the voice of the Lord. Right? That's why the scripture says, my sheep shall hear my voice and follow. Okay? Because when you're not following the truth, all right, no matter how harsh it is, you're not part of the fold. All right? And our shepherd is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Okay? We're going to follow our shepherd. All right? That's why you wacky-tacky Christians, when we tell you the harsh truth, you say, not my God. Right? Because you don't believe in the God of the Bible. You believe in Renaissance Christianity, man. Right? You believe in what's that? Replacement theology. That's what you believe in. You believe in what you feel. Okay? Your emotions. And that's why the scripture says that the heart, right? The mind is deceitful above all things. Okay? Because everything is it leans onto your understanding, what you want to think is right and what's wrong. Not what the God of the Bible that you're supposed to be learning from, which is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Not what he thinks. It's what you think. Okay? That's why you guys have got this narrative in your head and you can't shake it off, man. You know, it's stuck with you. Why? Because the scripture says that the Lord has seared your mind with a hot iron. So you can't get the concept that the Lord is a perfect balance. You think that he's good and that Satan is evil, and that's what it is. There's a war. Right? What type of power are you dealing with that he created Satan, but he's in a fight with him now. He can't get rid of him. He didn't see this coming, right? Satan supposedly rebelled against him, and now he got casted down, and now there's a war over souls. What type of power, what type of God are you dealing with, right? But that's the God you serve. A God that doesn't have any power, that doesn't have any control over anything. Why? Because you serve the so-called white man, the one who taught you these lies. We serve the Almighty Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua that's in control of all things, everything, good and evil, the perfect balance. Understand that, right? So we're going to get some more examples, man. We're going to get some more examples. And like I said, we don't care if you don't get it. As long as one person coming into the fold gets it and can see it, right? Could be a possible elect. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for everybody. We're looking for the hopeful elect, right? We're looking for the elect to be sealed, for these things for things to speed up, right? We can care less about you 2/3. You 2/3 are prophesied to burn over here in the valley of the shadow of death. That's why joining unto this beast has you in the state of darkness that you're in, that you can't see the truth that's in front of you, man. You see? All right? So let's go to the book of Exodus, right? Chapter 21. And let's go to verse 23.
That is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 23. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life.
See that? Thou shalt give life for life. That's a balance right there. Okay? You take somebody's life, gotta take yours, right?
Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Burning for burning, wound for wound, strip for strip.
Stripe for stripe.
Stripe for stripe.
Alright? You see that? So, as you do, it shall be done to you, man. Okay? There ain't no getting away with what you did. Okay? And Esau, alright? Esau's gonna get the same thing. He thought he got away with what he did to Yahushai, you know, over there when he got crucified? No. All right. He's back on the scene. And how do we prove that? When the Lord said that he shall come down in a cloud, man. Revelations 1:7. Okay? And every eye shall see him, even those that's pierced him. How are they going to see him? Because they're back on the scene. If you could receive it, you could receive it. If not, we keep moving on, man. At the end of the day, we don't care, as I said, right? This is for the elect. This is not for you wacky-tacky Christians, you two-thirds, you Kemet, right? Go back to Africa, so-called Negroes, okay? Or you Guadalupe, so-called Hispanic worshiping idols, right? We're not here for you, man. Or Gad that's still worshiping the sun gods and whatever mess they was in that had the Lord send our enemy after us. Okay? We're only here for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are gonna wake up to the truth, okay? And come into this fold. That's all we're worried about. All right? Not you damn emotional Christians that'll say, oh, well, that's the old law. That don't apply to us anymore. Right? Well, let's see if that doesn't apply anymore. All right? Let's go to the book of Revelations. Okay? Let's go to the book of Revelation. Right? Chapter 13. Let's start at verse 9.
There's a book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
If you understand, then understand this.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
That sounds like an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth for me, man. Right? It sounds like the same thing applies, right, at the end of the story. Right? Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Hey, and that sounds like a life for a life. Okay? That sounds like a life for a life, that perfect balance. Okay? Understand that. All right? Here's the patience and the faith of the saints, which we go over this all the time, man. The saints, right? If you want to find out who the true saints are, all right? The hopeful elect, the elect out of the house of Israel, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans and speckled birds, right? That have been mingled in with the other nations. Okay? You find that in Psalms chapter 50, all right? Where he made a covenant, right? The saints, gather my saints, which he made a covenant by sacrifice. Okay? So understand, right? What happened to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans by the hand of the white man and these heathens, okay? It's going to happen right back to them, right? That perfect balance, the tables turning, okay? There ain't going to be no kumbaya, let's forgive it all. No. The Lord said, remember the days of old, man. And what happened to us 500 years ago, it still remains on the table, man. It's an open case, all right? That's that balance that the Lord brings, man, okay? So let's get a few more examples before we close out, right? Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 9. Let's start at verse 11.
There's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
So right here, Yahweh is saying that the children ain't even born yet, okay? And he has a purpose with both of these children, because he's talking about Jacob and Esau, okay? So let's see if the Lord is not a perfect balance.
It was said unto her, the eldest shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Hold on, those are two opposite feelings, man. Love is not hate, and hate is not love. But here it is, you got two children. These are, mind you, these are the main characters of the movie, okay? And remember, the protagonist and the antagonist, right? The good guy, the bad guy, all right? Because Esau is coined as the wicked, all right? Remember, and Jacob is the plain man in the tent, which means morally perfect, right? When you go into that word plain, it means morally perfect. When you go into Esau, man, he's vile, all right? He's the most profane fornicator on the earth, man, which goes into sexually immoral, okay? So you got Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Where do you not see that there's a balance right there, man? Okay? How can you even disannul this? How can you even combat this scripture when you go to 11? It says that before they were born, before doing good or evil, because you wacky-tacky Christians will say, the Lord hates the sin. It's because Esau sinned. No, this was before they were even born. You see, so the Lord already had a purpose with them. That perfect balance. Love and hate, right? Okay? So, let's get two more and then we're going to close out. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 7.
There's a book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness.
There it is. Some more balance. Light and darkness.
I make peace and create evil.
Another form of balance.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
No, Satan does the other half.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
See that? I, the Lord, do all these things, man. Okay? The Lord created Satan to be his soldier, man, in the left-hand side. Point blank, period. He's a servant of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, on the left-hand side. Okay? He created him for that purpose. To do evil on the left-hand side. To be his hitman on the left-hand side, man. The Lord creates the light and darkness. He creates peace and evil, man. Okay? Point blank, period. So, we're going to close it out with the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. Salakia.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He.
See that? Even I am He. Okay? That's Yahweh. Go ahead.
And there is no power with me.
There is nobody else with him. It ain't no Satan running rampant, doing what he wants to do. He takes orders from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man. He takes orders from the Most High, the one you call God, the one that you believe is all love. He takes orders from him.
I kill and I make alive.
Hold up, man. I kill and I make alive. So he's the one who puts to death, and he's the one who gives you life. Perfect balance.
I wound and I heal.
Perfect balance.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
There's nobody that can deliver you out of his hands, right? Because all the issues of death is of the Lord's. And all creation comes through the Lord, right? Nothing is allowed to live unless the Lord gives the okay. You see? The Lord is a perfect balance. Okay? And only the elect are going to get that. You wacky-tacky Christians are going to still keep defending that all love, effeminate doctrine, which is not biblical. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Baba.
Abba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kum Yashwala.
Shalom.
Shalom.